We decided that we were going to talk
What
about.
has brought us together?
Yeah, we decided like I don't know 3 or 4 months ago that when A Nightmare on Elm Street remake comes out, we're going to do a podcast about it once we've both
Yeah.
seen it, and we both have seen it because we are special, and we are going to talk about it. And I'll just warn the lovely listeners out there that there will be spoilers, and we will be comparing it to the original because there's just no way that you can look at it on its own. So, yes, you've been pre-warned, and we're going to get right to it. And I'm going to say that the more that I think about this movie, the more that I don't like it. And I actually thought it was alright after I watched it, but then I just kept thinking about it, and I don't like it as much as a few days ago.
Well, I've only seen it once, and I don't. I have a feel. I need to see it a second time to let it sink in properly.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going to happen. I may end up hating it even more the second time around. But as of now, I only seeing it once. I didn't mind it.
I'm sort of like it was average if I look at it just like as a movie.
Yeah.
Without thinking about the original and blah blah blah. Just as like just a regular horror movie. It's for me it's like average. But then the more I think about certain things, the more I'm just like that's really kind of dumb.
It definitely had some dumb stuff in it.
But should we discuss what we thought was decent or good about it first?
Yes.
All right. One thing that I will give the movie is that I thought that the overall look of the film was really good because they obviously had, a decent budget.
Yeah.
So I thought the sets and everything were really, really good. It looked good.
Yeah, it looked like it had a budget, and it looked like slick and stuff.
Yeah, it had a good look to it. And I also thought, like, certain things, how they kind of were merging, like, their real life to the dream sequences. Like, a lot of the time it was pretty well done.
Yeah.
Like, specifically, like, in the supermarket, how it kind of changed to the boiler room. That was kind of pretty effective. And it looked good. Yeah.
Sorry?
You can go.
Okay.
I finished.
I guess the main dream that pops up into mind, like when it comes to like waking up in the dream or whatever, was the chick when she's sitting in the classroom. Yeah. And she has a micro sleep and wakes up, and then all the students around her like explode, and the room looks all dead, and Freddy is just at the chalkboard.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. And the other one that was, I'm trying to think of which bit it was. Actually, the opening death is actually pretty cool. I thought that was well done.
Yeah, I thought the opening was good.
Yeah, it actually had a really good opening, and as I just discovered now, the guy at the beginning was Kellen Lutz, or however you pronounce his name.
Yeah.
Who's from my favourite film series of all time, Twilight.
Why is that funny, man?
It's hilarious. And he's actually, he's not too bad looking, if I do say so.
He's not, and unfortunately, he's probably the best looking person in the movie, and he dies in the first 5 minutes.
Yes. Yes. Well, it's a cool, like death sequence.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. So
like, if I had never seen the original and that was the opening scene to this movie, it fully would have like put me in a mood.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
I mean, that's definitely like one of the really big positives about it. Like, some of the deaths I thought were actually pretty well done, and it's got a decent amount of blood and everything.
Yeah.
So that that stuff's not too bad. I thought that like the actual look of Freddy was pretty well done because it's something different, and his face is kind of hard to look at. Like, he seems to not have a nose, and he's got like half his cheek is missing.
Yeah.
And you can kind of like see inside his face.
Yeah, I think people are so used to Robert Englund from the original that it's really hard to accept like another style of makeup for his face. But I mean, if I'd never seen the old one, I wouldn't have really had any sort of issue with how he looked in this. I think it was pretty good. And because he looked a bit weird, like his eyes looked a bit weird, and because he was burnt all over, I actually wanted to keep looking at him. Like every time he'd come on screen, I'd try and see as much of his face as I could.
Yeah, you definitely want to look at it.
Yeah.
And they did sort of like really want to go for like a burn victim look, and it is like I thought it was really well done.